Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there.
Alright, courage is standing up for what you believe in, and it's being different despite everyone else thinking that there's something wrong with that. Be yourself.
No. Courage is an acceptance and awareness. That's it.
Courage is breaking from the mold and doing what you know is right, even when that's not what everyone else is doing.
A time I was courageous is when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was petrified out of my mind, but I was able to get my composure and get it together and be there and be supportive throughout the whole process. And thankfully, she's in remission. But that was one time that I had to really muster up all the courage that I had to be strong and be the support system that she's always been for me.
Courage to me is taking creative risks and embracing your passions and who you are, even when other people might not understand it. And a time that I've shown courage is coming here, because I didn't know that much about Yes Prep, but when I came here, it's the best thing I've ever done.
So what is your definition of courage?
To me, courage means being unafraid of being who you are and sort of just embracing what you want to do, not listening to what people think you should do, but really just being yourself.
Courage is running towards your fear and not running away from your fear.
I'm not afraid to take a stand, everybody, come take my hand, we'll walk this road together, through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm.
Being courageous to me means, or I think what courageous means is when you do something even when nobody's looking, and you are consistent with it. I think that's what it means to be courageous, being always on top of things and not trying to get hurt.
Time in my life when I was courageous is when I decided to attend Georgetown in Washington, D.C., which was over 1,000 miles away from all of my family and friends growing up. It was a very difficult time. My grandma wanted me to stay. A lot of my family wanted me to stay, and a lot of people didn't believe that I would actually be successful being that far away from Texas and home. But I decided to step up and be courageous and, take a very important step in my life.
Courage to me is the willingness to be able to fail, to take a risk and know that going in you might not succeed, that you don't know what's coming, but that you'll fail, and fall flat on your face, and get up and try it again. That's courage.
At a time in my life that I felt I was courageous is actually right now. Kind of going through a transition of kind of starting my own company and taking on some extremely big heads in the business, and every single day it's just have that fear of not being able to succeed and being able to do exactly what I need to do. But that fear also drives me, because at the end result of that, I know being successful is well worth it.
Courage is listening to that small, calm voice in your head that tells you the right thing to do, even when other voices are telling you to do something.
Alright, a time in my life where I've been courageous was moving from San Antonio to Houston, because I pretty much had it made over there, coaching, teaching, grad school, and just moving to another city that I was familiar with, but I wasn't too sure of as far as career-wise, but then I went ahead and did it, and I've been here ever since for, the past 5-6 years, so I'm loving it now that I decided to make that jump from San Antonio to Houston.
Courage is standing up for what's right, even if you have to stand alone.
You're not alone, holla if you feel like you've been down.
What is courage to you?
Courage is boldly going where no man or woman has gone before, like our class of 2016, blazing the way for this school and founding Brays Oaks.
Our immigrant parents, so moving to a different city,
going to a place that I didn't know anybody and taking the chance to do something that I wanted to do was me being courageous.
How would you define courage?
So on the first day of school, we talked out in the cafeteria that courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not the absence of fear. No one lacks fear, and fear in itself is not a bad thing. But when you let it control everything you do, it does keep you from making courageous decisions. So courage allows you to grow, it allows you to do things that you did not think you could do. And the way you muster courage is not by just telling yourself to do it or just automatically doing it. You've got to start off small. You've got to gain knowledge, gain confidence in what you are going to do. And those small steps can embody you to make transformational change. That to me is what courage is.
Courage is fear. Courage is best defined in the last stanza of a poem called See It Through by Edgar A. Guest, and it says, even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset, but remember you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting, don't give up whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish, see it through.
Take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm.